What are the nicotine withdrawal symptoms and what can you expect from the withdrawal? Hi, this is Nasya Davos, and in this video I'll take you through the list of the physical and psychological withdrawal symptoms and how long they last. And it's important to know that because if you don't know what to expect from the withdrawal, you may feel overwhelmed. For example, you may experience a symptom like having headaches or brain fog, and you may think that something is wrong with you because you quit. Well, in reality, this symptom may be a good sign or something you can easily stop. So knowing what to expect from the withdrawal can help you prepare better and go through it easily. Stay tuned. Before we get started, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button so you can get notified when we release more videos that will help you in your journey. We post videos all the time that will help you understand your addiction better and is going to show you how to break free. So let's talk about nicotine withdrawal. Nicotine withdrawal is probably the most feared side effect of quitting smoking. I used to be terrified of the withdrawal, and you may also feel the same way. But does it have to be hard and painful? The answer is no. Actually, how you experience the withdrawal depends on your overall health, your mindset, and your nutrition. That's why every quit attempt is different. Just because last time it was hard, it doesn't mean that this time it's not gonna be easy. But what is nicotine withdrawal? Withdrawal is the healing and adjusting process where nicotine and toxins leave your body. Without the withdrawal, your body cannot become healthier. Now let's see a list of the most common mental and physical withdrawal symptoms and how long they last. The timeline I'm gonna give you, it's not set in stone, it's an average. So if your symptoms persist for way longer, talk to your doctor. And of course I'm gonna give you a list of those symptoms. You're not gonna experience everything, but it's good to know all of them. So first of all, you are gonna have cravings. There are two types of cravings: physical cravings and mental cravings. The physical cravings are just a twitch and annoying feeling in your stomach when your body is low on nicotine. When you quit smoking, you're going to have on average 6 cravings a day, and each craving episode is going to last 3 minutes. Now the good thing is that nicotine has a short half-life, which means it quickly leaves your body after you quit. That's why 5 days after you are nicotine-free, almost all nicotine is out of your body, so the physical cravings peak and then they subside, they're gone. And after that point, after the 5th day of being nicotine-free, all cravings are mental. Now, mental cravings are just positive thoughts about smoking that create positive feelings about smoking. Thoughts like, I need a cigarette right now, or a cigarette would make me feel better. They're thoughts, and they go away when you change how you think about smoking. This is the mental addiction, and that's what we teach in our CBQ program, to change how you think about smoking, because this is so important. Now, if you want to know more about the physical and the mental cravings, the physical and the mental addiction, what each part does and how to overcome it, check the links below this video. Now, the next symptom is sleep disruption. This lasts 2 to 3 weeks. So you may sleep more or you may sleep less, and this happens until your body adjusts back to normal health. If you sleep more, allow yourself to rest. But if you sleep less, if you have insomnia, increase your exercise, cut off caffeine after 5 p.m. and sleep with relaxing sounds like the ocean or the rain. This helps a lot. And of course, do deep breathing. Next symptom are smoking dreams. This can occur a few times within the first 6 months, but it can happen even a year later for some people. And this is the most peculiar withdrawal symptom. Many times you tell me that I dreamt about smoking, I dreamt I was smoking, and I even tasted and smelled the cigarette, and then I woke up and just felt relieved that I hadn't smoked. Now listen, if you dream about smoking, the reason is biological. It's because the cilia of your lungs that are like a broomstick, and they're cleaning up and expelling tar from your lungs. So the tar gets picked up by your senses that have associated it with smoking. And because you're sleeping, your unconscious mind is manifesting this through a dream. So smoking dreams are not a sign that you want to smoke. They're not a sign that you're not over smoking. On the contrary, smoking dreams usually feel like nightmares. So there's nothing to worry about. The next symptoms you may experience, and I've grouped them together because they're the most common symptoms, are headaches, dizziness, fatigue, and tiredness, and this can last 1 to 4 weeks. And there are 3 reasons why you may experience those symptoms. Number 1 is that when you quit, your body starts getting more oxygen and it takes a bit of time to get used to it and adjust. And this can cause headaches, dizziness, tiredness, fatigue, or lightheadedness. The second reason is that nicotine releases adrenaline, and this puts your body in a constant state of tension and stress. So if you feel tired, consider that your body may be trying to get the rest it was missing because you used to smoke. And the third reason has to do with lower sugar levels in your blood. Listen, nicotine inhibits the release of insulin from the pancreas, which means that you have more sugar in your blood as a smoker. So when you quit, you have low blood sugar levels for a while, and sudden drops in your blood sugar cause irritation, tiredness, anxiety, dizziness, which are the most common withdrawal symptoms. Of course, your blood sugar levels adjust, but to help this process and speed up this process, eat fruits, exercise, drink a lot of water, rest, and don't skip your meals so you can keep your blood sugar level steady. The next symptom is difficulty concentrating. This can last up to 2 weeks. So the reason this happens is because your brain gets more oxygen, and because of the craving thoughts that keep popping up in your mind and interrupt your train of thought. And listen, you always had craving thoughts, but as a smoker, you used to respond to those thoughts by smoking. You smoked and the thoughts stopped. But as a non-smoker, you will still have those thoughts for a while, and you may experience this as lack of concentration. But of course, this is temporary. And listen, when a craving thought pops up, reply back to yourself and say, later, or replace the thought, I want a cigarette, with I want air, and return to what you were doing. Just imagine you're working, you're doing your thing, and someone bothers you. That's exactly how you should behave with the craving mind. Just disregard it. And within a few weeks, you will be able to concentrate better as a non-smoker. Another symptom is tingling in your hands and your feet. This occurs within the first 3 months. Now, you experience tingling in your hands and your feet because there is more oxygen that's going to your blood. So this is a positive sign that your blood flow is improving. However, if this persists, ask your doctor about it. The next symptom is coughing, sore throat, and shortness of breath. This can last a few months. So when you quit, your lungs are trying to clear out all the mucus and the toxins that have been accumulating in your lungs all those years. So that's why you may have cough, phlegm, sore throat, or runny nose. It's your body detoxing. And the thing is that when your lungs are clearing out stuff, your chest muscles contract, and this causes shortness of breath and chest pains. So to help with that, drink a lot of water, do deep breathing, and water with lemon and honey are also great. And I have an article where I explain exactly what happens with coughing before and after quitting smoking, and what it means if you don't cough after quitting smoking. So check it out in the resources. The next symptom is constipation. This can last 1 to 2 weeks. So you may experience changes in your bowel movements, including constipation or gas. These symptoms will go away by themselves in time, yes. But what we found is that if you overthink it, you might get anxious about constipation, which causes constipation. So just take it easy, relax, know it's gonna pass, and drink a lot of water, at least 8 glasses of water every day. Eat fruits and exercise and increase your fiber. And if this persists, ask your pharmacist for a natural aid that can help. And many times you tell me, but smoking helps me with bowel movements. Smoking helps me go to the bathroom. Why? It's because smoking is poison. It has chemicals and poison inside. And when you put poison in your body is going to try to expel it in every way it can. But because you take it in small doses with your cigarette, you're not experiencing a severe poisoning, but you experience this as normal bowel movement. So it's not a good thing. The next symptom is mouth ulcers and dry mouth. This can last 2 weeks. Mouth ulcers affect 2 out of 5 people, and it's quite annoying, but it is a sign that the blood flow in your mouth and your oral health are improving, which may be the thing that saves your teeth later on. So it's annoying, but it's good for you. Next symptom is hunger and weight gain. This can last 3 months. So quitting smoking might increase your appetite because your senses of taste and smell improve, so your food smells and tastes better. Also, the cravings feel a lot like hunger, so you might get tricked into eating without actually being hungry, so you end up eating more. But keep in mind that quitting smoking itself does not cause weight gain. Substituting cigarettes with food does. And because this is a very common worry about weight gain, I have a video where I explain exactly why smokers gain weight after quitting smoking and 3 ways you can avoid it. So check it out, the link is in the description of this video. Another symptom you may experience is boredom that can last 2 weeks. So you might feel bored, restless, or feel the need to keep your hands busy. Just remember that smoking did not make your life interesting in any way. It just kept you from trying new things. So if you feel bored after quitting smoking, use this as an opportunity to catch up on errands, on your work or hobbies. Or if you usually have a lot of anxiety in your life and you feel bored a couple of days after quitting smoking, just use this as an opportunity to rest. It's a good thing. The next symptom is anger, mood swings, and irritability. This can last up to 4 weeks. Now, anger is part of the grieving process. You had an attachment to smoking and breaking it might bring some emotions, like the same way any change does. So when and if you feel angry, remember that smoking made you feel that way, not stopping smoking. You're irritated, you feel bad because you used to be addicted to nicotine, not because you stopped it. So once you catch yourself feeling irritated, acknowledge it and don't bottle it up. Otherwise, if you keep it inside, you will eventually snap at your friends and your loved ones and then blame quitting for it. So just remember that it's absolutely fine. It's okay to feel angry, whether you're a smoker or a non-smoker or an ex-smoker. When you do, take a few deep breaths and report your feelings. Don't act on them. When you report your feelings, you're able to express yourself and you have a good relationship with others because no lash-ups happen. Another symptom you may experience is anxiety, which can last up to 4 weeks. So quitting smoking will dramatically decrease your anxiety in the long run, and there is a lot of research that shows that again and again and again. And at the same time, smoking increases your anxiety because number one, it tenses up your body. It releases adrenaline in your body, which makes you tense. Number two, smoking causes health anxiety. You're always worried, will this or that happen to me because I smoke? And a lot of guilt, which is very stressful. And number three, smoking causes constant cravings. And cravings are a state of tension all by themselves. And as a smoker, you had cravings day in and day out and all day long. So if those things are true, then why do some people feel a bit anxious right after quitting smoking? Well, simply because it was the only coping mechanism you ever knew, and because you need some time to adjust your smoke-free life. So if you feel anxious after quitting smoking, it's not because life got worse, it's not because you suddenly lost your ability to cope, it's simply because you're craving, because you're adjusting, and because you haven't learned new coping skills yet. I know that anxiety is a big fear when it comes to quitting smoking. That's why I have a video where I explain why smoking seems to release stress, because if you think that you're not imagining this, smoking does seem to relieve stress, but not for the reasons you may think. So I explain in that video why this happens, what really is going on, and how to cope instead. So you're gonna love it, make sure you watch it. Now the next symptom we have is depression and sadness. This can last up to 4 weeks. Now what happens here is that nicotine hijacks the dopamine receptors in your brain. So your brain is releasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical, only when nicotine is present, which is basically in a way, nicotine is holding your happy chemicals hostage. So when you're nicotine free, your brain will start regulating and producing dopamine naturally without relying on nicotine, and this process, research shows that it lasts 3 months. So during that period, and especially during the first 4 weeks, you might momentarily feel down, lost, or lonely. Don't let your mind trick you. This is not a preview of your smoke-free life. You have achieved one of the most important things in your life. So keep yourself busy and remember that your life can only get better. Because the truth is, and facts show that quitting smoking dramatically reduces depression in the long run. So if this persists, of course, ask for help. This is great to ask for help. Nothing wrong with that. When you have a bad day, just see it as an isolated event that's unrelated to quitting smoking. Because everyone has bad days. Smokers, non-smokers, and never smokers. But the thing is that when we have a bad day after quitting smoking, we blame quitting for it. So if you have a bad day, choose a healthy way to cope. Call a friend, take a walk, exercise, plan a vacation, learn something new or have a new experience, and of course ask for help, but keep living. So these are the most common withdrawal symptoms. And the physical symptoms are detox. They're not bad for you, they're good for you. The psychological symptoms are gonna pass more quickly if you work on the mental addiction. And that's what our CBQ method does. It helps you change how you think about smoking so you can overcome the mental addiction, and it helps you put healthy coping strategies in place. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The symptoms will pass, they're manageable, and they're not gonna cause you any harm. Withdrawal means your body is healing. Remember that every moment of withdrawal equals years of happiness and health with your loved ones in the future. So thank you for watching. If you've already quit smoking and you need support, join our CBQ Method Facebook support group to help you. We have thousands of great members. Some have already quit, others are in the process of quitting smoking. We post tips every day, so it's a fantastic group. So you can find the link to join below this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And if you like this video, hit the like button below and save it so you can come back to it if you need it. And of course, share it with someone who's worried about the withdrawal or who's afraid of it so you can help them. And before you go, subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this. See you in the next video.